The good news is, if you're taking the LSAT in September, there's going to be less material for you to study. Today, I'm going to share with you what I would personally do if I wanted to score a 175 on the September 2024 LSAT or beyond. For those who don't know me, my name is Steve Schwartz. I've been teaching the LSAT since 2005, and I personally increased my LSAT score from a 152 to a 175. Today, I'm going to share with you what I would do in my final 2 months of LSAT prep leading up to the September LSAT if I wanted to get a top LSAT score. I always recommend building the foundation first before doing any timed work, meaning I want you to get a basic overview of the LSAT, the different sections, and the different question types, and I want you to drill those types as well to shore up any weak areas, then work on your pacing. But the thing is, in these final 2 months before the test, it's all about pulling it all together, getting the rhythm down so that test day itself will ideally feel like just another run through. So while you want to build that foundation, you want to read textbooks, you want to watch course lesson videos, that's all great. And all of that has its place in LSAT preparation as a whole, but that's not what you want to be doing in the final weeks before the test. You want to do at least 10 full-length timed practice tests before the big day, properly simulated with strict timing, so that test day itself will feel like just another run-through. And so if you're working full-time or you were in school full-time, you probably want to do one timed exam a week along with detailed review of that exam. If you have the leisure to do nothing but study for the LSAT and have few other obligations, you want to do 2 timed exams a week and review those 2 timed exams in depth, maybe drill some weak areas on the side. However, if you're feeling like you have tons of weak areas, you're still missing whole chunks of LSAT question types that you don't understand, that means you may not be ready for September to achieve your fullest potential, and you may want to instead push back to October or November. The good news is October is not too late, November is not too late. You could do both September and October, or September and November, or all 3 of those if you want to. In fact, I often recommend retaking the LSAT for the simple reason that law schools do not average multiple LSAT scores, but rather they only take the highest score. What this means is that through luck alone, you spend another month or 2 studying, take another couple practice tests, review those, you go in, maybe you get lucky and do better, and if you don't, no big deal. That being said, of course, we want to focus specifically on September here, and so let's look at what these exams each week should look like. You're taking them strictly timed, 2 sections back-to-back with no break, then a 10-minute break, then 2 more sections back-to-back, and that's the test. That means you are not pausing the clock to go to the bathroom, get a snack, check your phone, talk to your friend, check social media, none of that. You can't do it on test day. Don't do it now either. You're also taking these practice tests in LSAC's Law Hub, which is the only platform that looks and feels exactly like what you're going to experience on test day with Prometric. Private prep company platforms are not even allowed to look like Law Hub or look like what Prometric is going to be. And so you want to get used to the exact format of the test. Surprise, surprise. The highlighting and underlining tools on Law Hub and on Prometric actually don't work that well. And so if you're using some private prep company's platform, it may actually work better on your practice tests than it does on the big day. And as a result, you would be in for a rude awakening, a big surprise when you found that it wasn't working well on test day. And so you want to be ready for that now. No surprises the day of the test. Now, what else are you doing in the lead up to the test? You're pumping yourself up, you're motivating yourself, you're watching videos like 40 inspirational speeches in 2 minutes on YouTube, you're watching Legally Blonde, you're watching Suits, you're surrounding yourself with positivity. That means you're cutting out the toxic people in your life, you're cutting out the naysayers, the people who don't believe in you, you're casting them aside, you're narrowing down, you're focusing, you're putting your phone on airplane mode if you need to, you're quitting social media if you need to. You are heads down focused. This is the #1 priority in your life, and you're doing whatever you can to make it happen. You're investing yourself fully in this because you don't want to push it back day after day, month after month. You don't want to keep pushing back the LSAT month after month, year after year. You want to knock it out once and for all, go on to law school, and become the successful attorney you know that you were always meant to be. September is a great time to take the LSAT. You can get your scores back September 25th, apply to law school the same month that applications open, early in the cycle when the odds of getting in are the highest and the most scholarship money is available. Yes, you could do October, you could do November, but if you're carving out the time now to make it happen, you're blocking it off in the calendar, you're maximizing the odds that it will happen. Now at LSAT Unplugged, we're here to help you. We have a variety of ways we could support you: live online classes via Zoom, on-demand video courses, small group coaching, one-on-one coaching. We're glad to help you out on your journey to achieving a top LSAT score. You could check out the links below the video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. Now, of course, aside from taking these exams, you want to make sure that you're reviewing in depth, looking systematically at every single mistake you're making and why, so that you can course correct for the future. That means you are looking at, in logical reasoning, the argument, the question stem, and the answer choices, looking for patterns in the mistakes that you're making so that you can avoid making them again. I have a framework for this called the Socratic review method, where you're asking yourself a series of guiding questions to figure out what led you astray, what put you on the wrong path, which tricks and traps are you personally uniquely prone to falling for. You recognize them, you identify them, you note them in a mistake journal or a wrong answer journal, you log them to the side, you drill them again and again and again so that you'll never make that same mistake again. Make sure you incorporate review into your process for your LSAT prep. Too often neglected. It's actually the biggest game changer for me and my students over the years, and it's the foundation of our LSAT prep courses and one-on-one coaching programs. Anyway, folks, that's all for now. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.